Hey everyone, Moppybos Gaming here, and we're back with Destiny 2 video. Today I'm going to cover what I think are the top 10 biggest changes to PvE in Destiny 2. Now these are just my opinions, so I'd love to hear what yours are in the comments. And if you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more upcoming Destiny 2 content. So let's begin the countdown. Coming in at number 10 is more of a speculation really, but if you hit down on the D-pad on the character screen, you'll see the sub-screen. This is what houses your ghost, emotes, emblem, and sparrow, except it doesn't say sparrow, and that's number 10. What it does say is vehicle. Does this mean we're going to get other vehicles in the game other than sparrows? We'll have to wait until the full game comes out, but at this point in the beta, we don't even get to summon a sparrow, so hopefully vehicles means that we get something other than just sparrows. Number 9 is supers. Now we all know there are new supers, but what's changed in them from Destiny 1 is the duration. These supers in Destiny 2 deplete quite a bit faster than Destiny 1. Now that's not to say we won't get abilities or perks to elongate them, but at this point in the game the supers are fast enough to notice from D1. Number 8 is the weapon changes. Most notably, the auto rifle archetype feels way better than Destiny 1. Even the less stable autos feel better than in Destiny 1. Further, the addition of the new submachine gun weapon archetype is in a class all its own. It's got the tightness of a high stability pulse rifle with all the bullet hosiery of an auto rifle. And to be honest, it feels amazing. Even the hand cannon, which was my least favorite archetype in Destiny 1, feels better. The sound of the weapon, the stability, it all feels tighter than their predecessors. Number 7 is the feel of exotics. Exotics actually feel exotic now, which is quite a bit more than just a few random perk changes. The Risk Runner submachine gun gives you return ammo when you take arc damage. It seemed like a very situational perk proc, but I was surprised and impressed how much I didn't need to reload with this weapon. Aside from looking cooler than their non-exotic friends, they also have a very rare and exclusive feel to them, which was sorely lacking in D1. Another good example of the exotic is the SunShot hand cannon. This thing lights up targets with solar energy, but it also makes the enemy explode with a precision kill. It's not entirely groundbreaking. The history of the gun extracting the actual energy from the sun as its source of power feels like it's truly something that doesn't just pop from a crucible reward. Number 6 is the end of mission screen. It's been drastically changed for the better. We now get to see things like close calls at the end of strikes, as well as mission duration to see how long a mission took. It will be interesting to see how valuable this new mission screen will evolve into once the full game launches, but needless to say, I'm excited for it to track a lot more stats. Number 5 is no more balancing cooldowns. In D1, you had the strength, intellect, and discipline system to manage the cooldowns of your melee, super, and grenades. In D2, this is completely done away with. Instead, all cooldowns for all abilities are the same regardless of class or subclass. Now, of course, there are perks you can get to quicken these cooldowns, but essentially, you don't have to worry about balancing the stats on your gear to make sure you're getting the fastest recharge time on your abilities. Number 4 is no more weapons of light bubbles. Oh no. I know, this one's my least favorite, but there is an actual workaround for this. The Weapons of Light perk has been reinstituted as a Warlock subclass ability. Called Empowering Rift, the Warlock can now throw down a rift for the entire fire team to accomplish the same thing as a Titan bubble with a damage buff. This should change up endgame encounters drastically, especially since the Warlock can't self-res anymore. Number 3 is the new exclusive subclass abilities. Instead of restricting a few awesome perks to armor gated to certain classes, there are now 2 subclass abilities that each Guardian can use to customize their playstyle for both themselves and their fire team. Like I mentioned in number 4, the Dawnblade Warlock can throw down an Empowering Rift to increase damage for the fire team, or they can pop a Healing Rift to continuously heal those inside it. Pretty sweet. This should open up some amazing, cool ideas for new armor perks that change up the armor and weapon loot game tremendously. Number 2 is the sprint cooldown being removed. Now, I know we confirmed this before the beta, but I can tell you that this feels amazing in Destiny 2 and should never have been a real thing in D1. You are now no longer locked to timer before being able to sprint again, and it definitely makes the game feel quicker as a result. Last but not least, and probably at the forefront of everyone's concerns going into the full game sequel, is story. There is so much story tagged into everything, and even though it's only one main mission and one strike, I can already feel the lore oozing out of the gameplay versus it oozing out of the out-of-game grimoire. Now, we know there are cutscenes, and we know there will be more cutscenes, but I think my favorite part about the story and what it does for Destiny 2 is the little scene with Cade 6. This was an active cutscene where we were barred from moving forward until the full scene carried out, which was super cool. This made for an incredibly more immersive gameplay experience than all of Destiny 1 combined. I personally can't wait to see how they weave story into everything we interact with and hope that it becomes ingrained into the game. So there you go, guys. I've run down what I think are the top 10 biggest PvE changes in Destiny 2 from the beta. If you enjoyed this video or if it was helpful to you, please leave it a like, and please consider subscribing and hit the bell notification so you can get notified of more Destiny 2, PS4, and Nintendo Switch videos. I'm also on Twitter at @MaPivosGaming, so check me out there to find out what I'm playing right now. Or if you have any feedback, leave it in the comments. Thanks, everyone.